taking a hovercraft to some of the most famous places here on Lake Baikal. It's so much pristine nature, and so much of it is now under threat. It's a gigantic lake.
Obviously a very important ecosystem for the rare animals here, especially sort of bird wildlife.
Baikal is one of 1,121 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, which are cultural and natural landmarks deemed to have, quote, outstanding value to humanity.
Driving over a frozen lake. The season where, the lake is frozen to an extent that you can actually go on it, that's becoming shorter and shorter.
But climate change isn't the only issue facing this lake. Some officials question if Russia is sacrificing environmental protections for revenue, allowing tourism and development to strain an already fragile ecosystem.
The mass tourism here at Lake Baikal continues to grow, and there's a lot of folks that we're talking to who say that Lake Baikal simply can't take more people.
Начал ездить на Байкал в это место еще школьником, то есть более 50 лет назад я тут был. Я наблюдал деградацию огромных территорий, захватили и застроили. Плюс еще поток машин. Тут особенно не поедешь по скалам. А там это все есть.
There's been a massive increase of visitors to Lake Baikal in recent years. This past winter season, the number of tourists doubled, according to the head of the Russian tourism agency. Despite Russia's high COVID-19 death toll, domestic travel is being encouraged by the government in order to boost the economy.
A lot of the construction apparently that goes on here was not really legal, but was going on anyway, and then had to get stopped. People try to get permits from private houses, to construct a private house, and instead build or start building a hotel. These construction ruins, it's not just an eyesore, but a lot of that, illegal construction is also really bad for the environment here. Untreated sewage going into Lake Baikal. Sort of in the back over there, the ice is really nice and blue, but in the front here, you can see it's actually kind of yellow and looks kind of gross. That's actually because that is literally sewage that's frozen. It comes from the river here, where unfiltered sewage is, in the summer months, obviously flowing directly into Lake Baikal. Right now, we're on about a 3-hour car journey from Irkutsk, which is of course the main city around this area, to Baikalsk. And what you have there is basically an environmental time bomb ticking. There's an old paper factory there that was shut down in 2013, been operational since the 60s. It's already leaking wastewater into Lake Baikal. It's polluted a bunch of the area already. We're filming here now. We have to probably do this pretty quickly because I'm not sure the authorities here are going to be too happy about it. Essentially, you have the old factory itself, and then you have the reservoirs with the toxic waste in them, where you obviously have the threat that some of that could leak into the actual Lake Baikal. That's so dangerous to this ecosystem here. You have toilets that are being set up next to the ancient shaman rock here, which of course people are not happy here about. And I think a lot of them don't believe that their culture is being respected the way that it should. And folks told us that there's more and more tourists coming here, and they fear really that once the pandemic ends, that it could be even more than that. You know, the locals are saying, yeah, of course, there is a benefit to the economy in all this, but do they want more tourism, or do they really want to make an effort to preserve their nature?